Today is my last day at this work. I'm about to go to Japan for 3 months. I'm gonna be posting videos about my trip when it comes to Kendo wise here, but I'm also trying to do a personal channel, so if you want, please check it out below. But today, because I've been working very closely with a friend that I made here at this work, it's a personal trainer, he's an athlete, so he understands the competitiveness of sports, and he has a very good understanding on exercise and physiology, so I wanted to get his perspective and his point of view in Kendo and exercise. I'm in Japan already. The footage from this video, I'm gonna break it down in 3 videos because I asked Gabe so many questions that it went everywhere. I wanted to focus on 3 aspects. One, supplementing Kendo with the gym, how to approach it, what type of workouts, what muscle groups to work out, and so on. The second one is to improving athletic performance, and number 3 is preventing injuries, especially those caused by muscle compensation or muscle overuse. I realized that because I caught him in my very last day of work, nothing scripted. He told me all these things. I did a bad job at making an organized set of questions. So, and a lot of the stuff that he told me before this video, he didn't mention, obviously, because I guess like he understood that I knew already. So I may actually drop in the video in order to just explain the whole picture of the thing. But I'm sorry this wasn't as more organized. I will do better, and I'll hopefully him and I want to work together more often. So hopefully we can bring some more stuff. So today is going to be mainly about approaching the gym. I think I'm gonna have to do the specific exercises in a separate video, just so that way if anybody wants to skip through this whole content, they can just watch those. There's not a specific workout on this video, so if you have any questions, contact me or contact him through his Instagram thing. I do have to go to practice, so you guys have a good enjoy the video.
In the world of sound,
Okay, so I'm here with Gabe, who is a personal trainer and like an athlete himself, and he's been studying a little bit of Kendo to help me out with my performance, and I kind of just wanted for him to share out some of his perspectives and things he have learned. I want to tackle one of the biggest questions that always goes out when I go to seminars, when I go to talking to people, and they say, the gym or Kendo? A lot of people say like, should I go out work on the gym? And a lot of people say like, yo, you shouldn't go to the gym, you shouldn't lift weights, you should just do more Kendo. Right? What's your opinion as an outside perspective on that?
I feel that you should bring those two in conjunction. So the weight training, resistance training, is going to train the system of muscles for that sport, Kendo, in conjunction with the strength training, getting that chain, that kinetic chain, getting those muscles activated as not isolated muscles, but more systems of muscles. Bring that with Suburi, you're training the muscles and that skill, which is going to enhance your performance.
So what you're telling me is that gym always beneficial, but you have to research, you have to know what type of exercise you're coming in. You're not trying to do like a bodybuilding thing. You're not trying to necessarily grow muscle mass.
We are trying to synchronize a system of muscles to fire efficiently.
All right, I like that. That's awesome. What are some of the specific muscles you feel that need to have an extra work on activation in order to help with Kendo?
So I like to call them the 3 amigos. If you were to turn around, the paraspinals, the glutes, and the hamstrings. So those all 3 work together. That's why we call them the 3 amigos. The principle of specificity is when you look at the given sport and you're going to select specific exercises that are going to transfer over to Kendo. Now, we want to train contralateral movements, ipsilateral movements, so then they can be able to transfer over. Now, we're not going to work parallel stands because it's detrimental and it's not transferable, meaning parallel squats, deadlifts, things of that nature are not specific exercises that are going to transfer over to your movement. So we would do staggered stance exercises, split stance exercises. For example, the split squat, the lunge, the Bulgarian squat. Those exercises are going to transfer over more efficient than a parallel stance exercise.
People get a lot of practice in Japan, 5 to 6 days a week. But obviously outside, especially, we're not paid athletes. We do it out of our own pocket. And a lot of the most common Kenshi or Kendo players, they practice 2 to 3 times a week. what do you think should be a balance of coming out like 2-3 times a week for Kendo? How do you supplement the extra days? How will you approach that?
Depending on your training load, what your major event is, then we periodize or we plan the whole training block, training year. The way I would do it to play it safe is 2 times a week. We would train upper body and lower body splits.
Okay.
Then thereafter, we bring together functional corrective exercises that are going to improve any leakage of energy. Remember, you're a power athlete, so that power move, that power explosion has to be efficient. So if the chain is not properly firing, then we have leakage of energy, meaning we have weak muscle, a compensated muscle, and a muscle that isn't flowing as need be.
Okay. One of the biggest problems sometimes people see is the fact that they just go into a generic workout type of thing instead of just going to a specific muscle group or a specific chain of muscles in order to activate themselves for Kendo.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
So basically, to simplify that a little more, we'll train system of muscles that are going to transfer over to those movements to become an efficient, more effective athlete in that given activity.
So what do you think are some well, you mentioned some exercises like the Bulgarian squats and so on.
A good exercise would be a stability bar pelvic bridge, a stability bar hip extension, and a stability bar leg curl. Those will activate those muscles and have more movement efficiency for that given activity, in this case, Kendo. So if you have a strengthened posterior chain, you're going to have more extension through the hips, allowing yourself to be more efficient in the attack, defense, or offense.
Any last minute advice, anything that we should, as an athlete, what suggestions do you have in order to, to stay healthy and just to make sure that we perform well consistently?
Always be willing to learn, be open for advice, and sharing knowledge and experiences are always the key to enhance your athletic career and your athletic life. So we're all trying to perform at a high level, and if you're able to exchange ideas and experiences, so then you don't have the hiccups that we had as athletes, then for the future generation, they understand and they can be able to apply that to their own athletic life.
Nice. So thank you very much for all your advice. Something that I love about him is that he gives you the information and lets you work with it and lets you just build yourself from where you are. So I will suggest you to contact him with any questions. I am not a personal trainer. I'm not, I do this. I'm learning from him, but he is the master at this.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
So contact him with any questions. If you want any more contact information, you can contact me. And well, thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and just share this video around, right? So thank you, bro.
Thank you.